Hi everybody, it's just Spiritual Colors and Diamond Painter coming at you once again with a flip through of a book that I saw and that I love. Happy Earth Day. This book is called Modern Art and it has a lot of beautiful pictures by a lot of very popular and famous professional artists. And I wanted to share with you because I love art in itself, not just as a colorist or a diamond painter. And as y'all see my diamond painting that I had sitting here for the longest time that I have neglected for the last 2 months. I'm not a person that does diamond paintings and just like I've never done a diamond painting where I didn't finish one and I put it aside and I just start on another one. So before I start another diamond painting, which is when I really want to start doing, I have to finish this one, which I plan on doing before the end of May. So right now, with the coloring, I've been trying to just become more professional, learn more techniques, and become better in the craft in itself. And this is one of the books where you have professional work from professional artists and someone who's always loved art galleries and architecture and all those type of things. I love art alone, and I've gone to different art museum events and art galleries and just looked at people who are really creative and draw. I'm not a drawer. I cannot draw worth to save my life, but I do love looking at art. And when you think about the artist in itself, where their mind is at when they're creating art, what they're thinking, when someone takes their canvas and sits by the lake, or takes their canvas and draws a picture of a person because that person inspires them with something about that person's look that makes them want to just draw their picture, draw a picture of them. The different artists in this book, this is called Modern Art. There's 50 original drawing designs of famous people who are artists. And some of those people's names, which you probably can't see because they're really little, are Van Gogh, Bansky, I think you said Gauguin, Pollock, Mondrian, Rothko, Warhol, Dali, Renoir, Degas, Picasso, and Inspired Bonet. I know Van Gogh. I do know Picasso. I heard of Dali and seen some of his stuff. Pollock, I've heard of too. All the rest, I'm not as familiar with. But Van Gogh has some beautiful artwork. He actually has an event of Van Gogh's art that is here in Philadelphia where they take you and do some really special effects with his art and show it to you inside of this place where they really just exhibit it in just this extraordinary way. So when you go and when you open the book, you first see this page where it says this belongs to, and I guess you could do whatever kind of coloring you want there. It doesn't actually, let me see, I don't see the names of the actual artists on this book, but they do have the pictures of the artists to tell you who is it by. So this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of keep this part a little open, but I think I'm going to do it this way. I just got this book and it tells you the colorful world of modern art. Skipped over that page, and it tells you all the different names of the artists and when they were 1920s to the 1930s, abstract expressionism, street art, pop art, post-impressionism. So these are different names of different art, but this is what I'm going to do because this is something I could actually bend this over like this. I'm going to pull this out so I can look and see which one of these artists that this actually work is actually. This is Mondrian, sorry. This is work by Mondrian, and mostly it's just patterns. And if you look at the original picture and bring it up on Google it, you can find your own way of putting the color, bringing, the life to the page with color, just bringing all different types of color into the design. Now, I don't like these type of designs. I like different designs because I'm not into like mandalas. I don't really get into those. but I do like certain designs, like vintage designs. I think it's Novo designs that I've seen from the 1920s and from Renaissance designs that I really like, that I like to color. So you can make it, if you can look at the picture itself and see in your mind what's the colors that you would use if you won't use the same colors as the artist itself. How do you see the picture? Because when you're doing art, you got to think about, what you're doing with the color, the way the person looks, the background. And I'm not great at backgrounds. I'm just learning to really dive into doing backgrounds. So when you're a colorist, adding color and bringing life to the page, bringing that colorful life to the page is, part of what you do, and learning how to use the tools, the mediums, the paints, the pastels, all those things that work best to bring that page to life. And when you look at these artists, this is another page by, this is by Pollock. Now, this is something I would love. This is the kind of design. It looks like there's a tree here. I don't know what that is, if that's like a compass. Then there's a bottle, but it's really abstract. Now, I could do something like this. It might take some time. And then there's like a little handkerchief or something, towel on a tree, on the limb. And then like it might be a little sun in the background and all this going around here. So you can bring your own life to the page with these really professional pictures. If you've seen art like this in a gallery, do you know how much money they would charge you like for original picture? I mean, you can always buy like, they're not original pictures, but pictures offline that are already, they put up online that you can just print out. But the original pictures, people who are like really into art itself, they will pay thousands. Sometimes I've even heard of people saying they paid $1 million for a sculpture or a painting because that artist is that great or that popular, and people are loving their art that much where they pay that kind of money for art. And this is a cool looking picture. It's the picture of, looks like the Wright brothers when they first did the airplane. This is by Banksy. Banksy. I guess that's how you say it. So if I'm butchering these names, excuse me. This is another one of people dancing. Look like at an event out in the park. And this one is actually by, let me see who this is by. Oh, okay. This one is by Renoir. I guess that's how you say his name. Renoir. This is pretty. He has a lot of people on pictures. So like he likes doing people in pictures, dancing and having a good time. And this is really pretty. I know who this is by. This is by Van Gogh. And this is the one I said I was going to do first. This is the sunflower. And if you look at this picture online, it is really pretty. Here's another one. This is by Pollock. I think this is Pollock. Yeah, this is Pollock's. Then you have another one where it's like there's an angel fighting, like the battle of Jacob fighting the angel. More like a religious one. I don't know how you say it. Is it Gauguin? Gauguin? Gauguin. Gauguin. That's nice. Even people like my favorite, Leonardo da Vinci. He's one of my favorite artists. Michelangelo. I love his stuff too. I used to have a book with all the pictures of the different artists, and I'm gonna have to get it again because I had to leave a lot of my books behind when I was moving and transitioning from NC to Philly. I had to let go a lot of my books. Let's see who this is by. I bet this is by Renoir again. Yeah, this is Renoir. He really loves doing people outdoors and people just having fun. Oh, I love this one. This is a lot of fruit. Now you can definitely paint. I did just also bought some new tools. I had these when I was in Philly, but I only had two. I had black and white Posca, and they were on sale. They were under $20. and they are good for background. They color really pretty, and they color like almost like a paint. And because I wanted to try these pencils because they were said to work so smooth and go on the paper so soft, like it's more of a softer lead, and it's really smooth in the way the pencil colors on the picture is excellent. And I've seen people do pictures with these pencils called the called Ram Refined. And I really, really love the way these pencils work. And they weren't that much either. So I'm not buying no more pencils. I'm not like a collector. But I do like trying pencils and see how smooth they work on the paper, and it makes the picture come out better. I just started doing my portraits and I'm getting better at that, especially with skin tone. Yeah, it's all work in process. I've seen people use all kinds of stuff. Sticklers, that's another Renora picture. Is it? I think. Nope. Wait, hold on. This may be not Renora. Let me make sure I'm looking at. No, this is Degas. 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 Of the ballerina, the people performing. And there are a lot of pictures in here, y'all. So if I don't go through each and every individual picture, because there's about 50 pictures on here. Here is another one. I'm trying to see who this one is by. With the people eating at the table. I think this is Degas. I'm trying to find out who it's by on here. It's just people eating at the table. I don't see this one. Unless I'm overlooking it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. This is not Renora. And it's not Gauguin. Oh, my goodness. It's by Van Gogh. There it is, right there at the top. Van Gogh. Now, when people draw pictures, you say what inspires them to see a family sitting down together, enjoying a meal, and just being themselves. Is just the capturing the moment of the picture before they begin to draw it or begin trying to bring life to the painting itself. And this one is just a house. This is pretty. It's not something I probably would do. There's so many lines. But I guess sometimes you have to challenge yourself to do things because like, I'm gonna mess this up. I can't. Especially when you're just starting out like myself. I've only been doing coloring, but being a colorist like really professionally. I say professionally because I'm really doing it in a way where the picture really comes to life and not just, doing just coloring. I always love coloring and art, but I've never been crafty, and I never really been a person who like really did a lot of artistic work. So being in the crafting community with the coloring and the diamond painting is something I just learned to love and enjoy doing in itself. And art always has been such a therapeutic way that helps a lot of people get through a lot of different challenges that they may be facing physically and mentally. This is pretty, but I'm trying to find this picture. My eyes be running through this photo of him. And I probably not passed over it. But yeah. I think this is by Monet. Or is it? Oh, no. This is Mondrian. Mondrian. I see his pictures. Mondrian. I think once you can start seeing the type and the style, you probably can just call them out. Because after you get used to seeing a certain artist's style or what they like and what they do, you can just like call out the picture because you can tell it's their work by their style or their particular type of drawing. I'm trying to see who this one is by. Maybe some of these pictures are not on here. Like that's still pretty. With the gas mask like they're in the wilderness. This is like one of them architectural pictures of the city. Some people outside. And see when they paint the faces, the people don't have any faces. So these kind of pictures, I really don't see myself doing them because it would make it so hard to just bring the image to life and really make it look good. I'm trying to see who this is by. And I still have not found this picture on this paper. So we're going to skip over that one. And let's see. This is pretty. This is like really abstract with a person. Look like they could be playing something like a cell phone. It's so many different images. You can look into that. And this is by Picasso. And I don't think this is by Picasso, but this looks like a cell phone. And there was no cell phones around in Picasso's timing. So if this is my mirror, a person's looking into, but that is actually Picasso or a book they might be holding. There's the water on the lake. And this is by Monet. Monet, how you say that name. And this is the animal, like the hunter. And that's the elephant, the lizard. Oh, there it is. This is by Dolly. Dolly. Or Dolly. Dilly. There's another one. This is really pretty. That's a woman and a child. Like they might outside in nature. This is by Gauguin. Gauguin. I guess that's how you say that name. I told you I'll be butchering these names by Gauguin. This is pretty. This is just a design by Pollock. I think it's by Pollock, right? Oh, like that. That's just another. Oh, this is Warhol. Different faces. Looks like when they're originally how they changed the faces. And then you have this picture here with the people sitting. I don't know. They could be in some type of laboratory. They're making something. Somebody on a cell phone. Yeah, this is by Degas. And this is with the people outside in the Victorian time. I could color something like this. And that's really pretty. See if I can see who that one is by. This looks like, oh yeah, this is by Renoir. And I know this is Picasso, and I'll definitely want to do this one. The old man playing the guitar. If you look at this picture online, it's really a different type of art. The way the art looks, the colors he used, the way the old man has his head hanging to the side, but he's playing the guitar. And you can see someone's probably giving him change or money. And all of that that's around there. And that is Picasso. Remember they had a story about Picasso. I think it was on PBS, a channel, talking about his life and the work he did and how he got into art. This is also Renoir. I would definitely do this. That's really pretty. The bridge and the pond and the water. Trying to see what this one is by. Let's see it. Oh, this is cute. It's with people in the England 1800s or something. I don't see this one on here either. These pictures are really small on this one. Oh, yeah, this is Degas. This is a Degas. And there go the tree. I would say the entanglement of life from the trees. I'm a person when I look at pictures like these, I always come up with words or some type of, you see some type of story in the pictures, or mostly some type of poem that I can create from the picture. Because that's just me. I'm a writer as well. So yeah, art always makes you think about something different. Here it is. It's margarine. And there's some like apples. They're picking apples. Like they're probably in another another culture where they're all sitting there. Someone standing there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a statue or a person. Let's see if I can find out who that's by. Oh yeah, that's Gauguin. And this is Van Gogh. This is nice. I've seen this online. I do not see this picture on here. Yeah. And you have some abstract, what I like that could be a vase. You look into something like this, you can find so many different images. You can find, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a little cherry. Then there's a vase or a lamp here. And like there's some type of instrument or the shape of like an instrument or musical sign right there. And let's see what this is about. I don't see. Okay, yeah, this is Rocco, Rothko. And this is pretty. The woman sitting under the tree. I like these pictures of the people. Feel like, you know, you can really bring it to life because it's not too hard. This is Renoir. Takes a lot of detail. Some people like drawing pictures of buildings and architectural scenery. And this one is not by who I thought this was going to be Rocco, but he has a lot of architecture pictures. So I don't see this one. This is a little abstract too. This is by Warhol, probably. Yep. And this is probably a Mondrian. Yep. Mondrian because of the patterns. This looks like something in the mountains. I don't think I would do this either. It's a little, it's like a lot going on in one place, in one scene. Here's the ballerina. And see here, you have no head of a man, but you have all these different patterns. Pictures like this are really cool to do because you have to just kind of put your own creativity into it. Like, see, there's a man there, but you don't have a face. Let's see if this one is on here. And this is by Degas. And this is crazy. I don't think I could do this, but this would be a challenge. This is Picasso. And Picasso is really a great artist, but he did some paintings that were very weird. Let me see what this one is by. Oh, this is by Banksy. And the trains. Is that Banksy too? No. Let's see one. This is another one. Like a person looking at their reflection in the water. And then there's a hand coming out of the water. I like this because it's different. And this is for me when it comes to art. I like different. I like something that'll make you think. So I'm like, wow, what was they thinking about when they did that? Wow, what does that mean? What kind of image is that? Excuse me, I'm trying not to let this fall. But what were they thinking? How did they come up with that idea? This is very interesting because the man is looking at his reflection in the water. Then you have this hand, looking at the camera, and you have the cherry, but it's just all different types of things. And what does the flower mean? The beginning of life, the beginning of something new. Looking at who you are and who you are to become. Looking at the flowers and the water that represent one of the 4 elements of life. Looking at the changes of time and the sky coming out of the, something coming out of the ground. Earth, air, water, fire. Kind of reality, and the flowers always, are life and nature. This is crazy. This is like a crazy pattern. I would try this, coloring it. When I look at a pump, okay, this is, I think, Pollock. Look at something like this and you want to color it. Would you do with the same kind of color the artist used when you see the original picture, or would you try to put your own origination to it? I think it depends on what it is. I would try to switch it up, add something different, just for fun. And now you have this page. Oh, this is Van Gogh. I like this. But like when these little people, you can't have no face, just trying to get them to look like something. It's kind of hard to me, but I do love it. I do like the way it looks. And I love this picture right here. This is Degas. This is going a little faster than I thought. I thought I was going to go through this whole thing because there's so many pictures. But we're almost there. And this is Warhol. I could do this. It's just flowers. And I love coloring nature, so yes. Let me see what this is. Oh, this is Monet. Monet or Monet. You don't get the T. Here it is. This is a swan here, but the elephant's beneath it. And what does that represent? I think everything has a representation. Let's see if they have who they actually did this one. I don't see this one. Some of these pictures are on here, like some of them are not. Oh, there it is. It's Dali. I just don't be, these pictures are so small. I'll be trying to find it. So this is Dali. And then this one with the patterns is It's not Mondrian. It might be Pollock, but Pollock. Nope. Oh no, this is Picasso. Oh my goodness. Picasso. And that's the end of the book. And this is called Modern Art. I really love this book because it has all the professional and really popular and well-known artist pictures in there, and it gives you a chance to bring your own version of how it should look or what it should look like. Here's one of the pictures here. This is Warhol with the faces. Then you have up here, this is Mondrian. Then you have up there, I think is that Picasso? I think this is, let's see what it says. Mondrian. I can't think of who that actually is, but I've seen that picture before. It's really pretty. Here's the one with the lady sitting there at the table. And that's Renoir. Then you have this one over here of the outside picture. That's Van Gogh. Let's not go down now. That's Van Gogh. Then you have this one. Yeah. That we just looked at. That was by my boy Degassi. No, that's Dali. Then you have this one here with all the crazy colors by Pollock. You have this one with the balloon and the heart. Heart balloon. Someone's like a little boy's reaching for the balloon. Let me see who that's by. And that's by Banksy. So yeah. I guess this is just a picture. This looks like, is this a picture on here? I think this is just a picture that you can just kind of do yourself. And yeah, just a page. You can do whatever you want with it. And then we have the band again, and this is Van Gogh. I really like this book. Really love it. That's my flip through. And my new tools that I have. These RAM refined pencils are great. They're really smooth. They go down so beautifully on the paper. And these pens right here are really Poscas. They're really good for background, and they're really bright markers. And they look like paint when you actually put them down on the paper. So I decided to get the whole pack for those. And that is my flip through for today. What is your favorite artist? Do you have a favorite artist of the present or the past? I'm not too familiar with too many. I'm going to be real about it. Too many, I would say, today's artists. I probably haven't really looked deeply into any artists of today who are really popular. But I like looking at Michelangelo's, Leonardo da Vinci, Picasso. I like looking at older paintings like that because then they didn't have the stuff that we have now. Now you can color online. And I was like, coloring online, I don't think that's not really being creative. But then I saw the way they were doing it when they have the little pen and they can take the color and put the pen to the page, the picture, and color the picture whatever color they want it to with the pen. So it's kind of interesting. And these people, to get paint, to get tools, it was so hard to really get supplies and for artists to be as creative as they wanted to be. So, it was hard for them to really sometimes get the supplies they needed. But now you have art everywhere. So their timing was like a lot different, and what they had to use and how they had to do things just to get their name out there to be popular, and what it took to actually become a well-named artist who now has their name, everywhere, and people will pay hundreds to thousands of dollars just for their pictures alone. I like the Antique Roadshow. If you ever watched that, they always have someone bringing a picture of an artist from the 20s, from the 1800s, that a grandmother or a grandfather that had on their wall. And then when they evaluate the painting, you find out this painting is worth $25,000, $30,000. You've been sitting in, it's been sitting in your grandmom's house or in your family for 3 generations, and you had no idea that that painting would be worth that much money. So it just goes to show you how cool and how great art is in itself. So hope you guys enjoy this little brief flip through of modern art. And remember to not be afraid to bring out the creative artist, genius, and hidden talents, gifted artists in yourself, whether it's art by sculpture, coloring, painting, singing, dancing, whatever it is that you desire to do, because you never know how God will use you to be a blessing or inspiration to others through your gifts and your talents in the arts. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's your Spiritual Colors and Diamond Painter, Miss Lady Tisha. Get back at you. Bye-bye.